Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of Motivational Monday, where each one teach one. Tonight we have a guest who will be with us later on. We have Donada will be joining us tonight due to Philia is not feeling well. So we wish her all the best to get better soon. Right? Okay. So we are not waiting for God to take control. He's already in control. When we see the chaos of our world today, we may be tempted by despair, but things are not what they seem. The same God who governs the galaxy is overseeing the time. He ordains all our steps to his throne in heaven and earth and his footstep. Give thanks today that Jesus Christ is now and forever the Lord of all gods. Thank you, Father, for your sacrifice on the cross and your victory over sin and death. Thank you, Lord, for all things. You are the Son of God, the Savior of the world, and King of all kings. We give you our life and our soul and our heart, and we ask that you reign supreme in every area of our life. Help us to put you first in our life and to follow you in all our hearts. Help us to surrender our own desires and plans to your will and to walk in the path that you set before us. We love you and we want peace. Be our protector. You are the high priest. You become our redeemer and sacrifice forever. You are all that we need. In Jesus' precious name we pray. Amen and amen. Okay, so we're going to shout out some birthdays today. Today is my great nephew, Shay birthday. Happy birthday, Shay. We have Camille Ford. Happy birthday, Camille. We have Nicole Babulal. Happy birthday, Nikki. We have Cassie. We want to say belated birthday going out to Alicia, Richard, Lourdes, Kristen, and all those that celebrated a birthday past week gone. We want to say happy birthday to you. I also want to say the word of the week is fortify. Make strong, or to make something stronger, more secure, and more resilient. So the word for this week is fortify. I'm going to give you the a verse of today. All right. Let's get the verse of today. What should I put? All right, hold on. So the verse of today, I would say Psalm 63, 111. Oh God, you are my God. Early will I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh longs for you. In a dry and thirsty land where there is no water. So I have looked for you in the sanctuary to see the power of your glory, because your loving kindness is better than life. My lips shall praise you. Thus I will bless you while I live. I would lift up my hands in your name. My soul shall be satisfied with what marrow and fatness, and my mouth shall praise you with joyful lips. When I remember you on my bed, I meditate on you the, in the right in the night watches, because you have been my help. Therefore, in the shadow of your wings, I will rejoice. My soul follow close behind you. Your right hand upholds me, but those who seek my life to destroy it shall go into the lower parts of the earth. They shall fall by the sword. They shall be portion for jackals. But the king shall rejoice in God. Everyone who swears by him shall glory. But the mouth of those who speak lies shall be stopped. And I would say from this verse here, we taken from Psalm 63, 111, trust in God and lead not to your own understanding, and he will give you rest. And I would say not every battle is to be fought. Sometimes we just have to pray and ask God to take control of what is happening in our lives. And don't worry about your neighbor trespassing against you. They try that all the time. You just have to stay focused and stay trotting and, just keep steadfast. All right. So I'm going to bring the nada on shortly. I have a health tip for you guys, just a quick health tip. Hope you guys are doing great. As you see, the month is already going. We are already in April, right? Time waits on no one. Time waits on no one. All right. So I'm going to talk a little bit today about sore throat. A sore throat is a scratchy or burning feeling in the back of your throat. It may hurt to swallow or talk. Most sore throat happens because of a viral infection like the common cold or flu. In addition to a sore throat, you may have symptoms like a cough or runny nose. Most sore throat system goes away within 10 days. Many things cause paralysis for viral and bacterial infection to allergies and sleeping with your mouth open. Most sore throat symptoms go away with home care within a few days, but you should contact a healthcare provider if your sore throat lasts longer than a week or get worse or deep developed symptoms like fever or a swollen lymph node. There are two main types of the paralysis. Healthcare providers categorize them based on how long symptoms last. Acute, a sore throat that lasts for about 3 to 10 days, and chronic, a sore throat that lasts more than 10 days. Symptoms could be fever, headache, upset stomach, swollen lymph node, nasal congestion, runny nose, cough, fatigue, hoarseness, redness or swelling in the throat or tonsils. So if you experiencing any of these, please contact your doctor so that you can get medication in order for your sore throat to, heal. So I'm going to bring the nada on now.
Good
Welcome, welcome.
evening.
Hi,
Good
guys.
evening. How are you?
I am blessed and highly favored. Thank you for
Same.
filling in tonight. Philia is not feeling good. So then I was like, oh, I have to either call Donato or my nephew. So my nephew has some things. So I was like, I know I wake you up, but thank you so much for, you know, chilling with us. So the
Not
article
a
that I
problem.
sent you, we're going to talk about that. So do you want to read what I sent you?
Absolutely. So let me just pull that back up for you.
Yes. And we're going to dive in because I know a lot of people could relate to what we're going to talk about. And what we're going to talk about tonight is really fake friends who are really jealous. All right. So go ahead.
And so it says that one friend who's cool with you shining as long as you don't outshine them. The kind that claps for you in public but competes with you in private. And when your glow gets too bright, suddenly they're acting different,
Hmm.
throwing shade, flipping the script like you changed
Yeah.
when all you did was evolve.
Right.
That kind of betrayal hurts, especially when you love and operate from a real place. When you're genuinely rooting for someone and they start secretly resenting you for everything they used to admire about you. Years don't equal loyalty. Time doesn't equal love. Some people wear the friend title well, but in their heart, they've been in competition with you from day one.
Mm,
And the crazy part, they'll convince themselves you did something wrong
mm,
just so that they don't have to admit that they were jealous the entire time.
right.
Everybody is not solid. Some folks are just sitting close enough to watch your life and hope you fail, or hope you fall rather. Watch the energy, watch the patterns, watch the silence when you win. Some people love you, just not more than they love feeling superior to you.
Hmm. Amen to that. I know a lot of people could relate to this topic that we're going to talk about tonight. And I want to say thank you guys for locking in. Thank you, South Florida. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Anthony. Always faithful, always logging on. And I want to say, what is a fake friend? A fake friend can leave you feeling emotionally drained because they act genuine, fail to respect you, or disregard your needs. In a healthy friendship, both people share mutual positivity and genuine admiration. But this is not the case with a fake, toxic friend. Interaction with them might feel exhausting as you may feel pressure to act a certain way to avoid harsh criticism. If it becomes clear that the person no longer has your best interest at heart, it may be time to reevaluate or end the relationship. Now, guys, we want to hear from you out there. Have you experienced fake friends? Renata, you want to go first? You want me to go first? So, seeing that you're the guest, you go first.
My goodness, when have I not experienced fake friends?
Huh?
I think you made a very valid point to say that people love you as long as you don't outshine them.
Right,
And so, in my current role now at work, I started with two young ladies,
right,
and we made a pact like, oh, you know what? No matter what, it's not going to be a competition. We're
right,
friends. We're doing things together. We're going to take trips together because I'm a girl's girl, right?
right,
And I
right.
was looking forward to it. Safe to say, if we're now almost 7 months in and I got some fake friends.
Yes.
Because I think people, when they don't know what your capabilities are, they don't know what you're able to do, and they feel like, okay, we're starting on a level playing field. I don't think that person is more elevated than me. I think we both on the same level. We all good and tight. But the
Right.
minute you start to give a
To
little edge,
outshine. Yes.
oh, that friendship is, you see it, and it's very difficult. I think a lot of times we know it's fake friends, but because we don't want to admit it, because we don't want to come to terms with the
The-
fact that that's what's happening, we try to make excuses for it. But we,
Yes.
as they say, call a spade, right?
Right.
You're a fake friend, and you just have to have the mentality that it's nothing that you did wrong, you just was growing.
Good. I agree with you. Well, I have a lot of fake friends. Especially last year was a big eye opener for me with friendship. And I believe that when you are who you are and who God ordained you to be, and you love the skin that you are in, and you don't have to pretend or you don't have to act a certain way, people don't like that. I think people like to hear you uh complaining, I don't have any money, you have any money to lend me. Then if your friend lend it to you, Tom, Dick, and Harriet to hear, oh, she didn't have no money, blase, blase.
Hmm?
I realized too that when you are on one level and you hit another level, they tend to be intimidated by you. You are the same person yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So there's no need for that kind of animosity or hatred or, Phyllis feels she this, that, and the other. Yes, I am this, that, and the other. You could take it how you want. When you know who you are and you love the skin that you're in, people tend to get intimidated of the person you are. You understand? And
Mhm.
another, what I realized too is that seeing that I started this podcast 5 years ago, um, I have learned a lot about myself. I learn I'm growing each day. I'm not perfect, but I walk the walk and I talk it too. And I'm a woman. If I say X, that is X, not Y and Z, So I think that, I'm a go getter. I'm a person who you come and ask me for help, I will help you. That's the person I'm at, right? But some people, they're intimidated, and I'm a straight talker. Any one of my friends know, I will tell you as is. I don't be on the gossip. Gossiping ain't doing nothing for me. I will tell you, Donada, what happened to that hair? You didn't feel to comb it today?
Mhm.
One day Adiola say,
Mhm.
Phyllis, what's up with your hair? I say, girl, I ain't feel to comb this hair today. You understand?
Mhm.
And we don't take things personal. You understand? We take things to grow, to elevate. You understand what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But not to make you feel less of a person. And I kind of take these friends who laughing in your face and just keep stabbing you behind the back.
I think one thing I want to focus on too when you say this, I don't want to give the fake friends the energy tonight because a lot of time they do what they do because they want the spotlight.
Yeah,
They're doing it because they want the attention back on them. It's kind of a lack of belief and confidence in themselves. So they do everything to get the attention because they feel like you're taking something away from them.
yeah,
And so I think it's important that we recognize that if you're somebody that feels like you had a great friendship and you're losing it, a lot of time we start doing some self-reflection and asking ourselves, did I do something wrong?
wrong.
Was
Yeah,
it me?
yeah,
You didn't do nothing wrong, but elevate yourself. You put in the work. You were self-reflected. You set your goals. You wanted to climb. You wanted to grow. And because of that, now you're outshining people. You didn't do anything wrong.
right.
And I think that's important for us to sometimes because we doubt ourselves sometimes when we
Yeah,
start to lose the friends because it's comforting. As
yeah,
human beings, everybody wants social interaction. And
right.
you lose that and you start to feel like, well, maybe I did something wrong this time.
Yes. I stop asking myself that. You know, I think I reached a particular age where I block and I delete. Um, I just can't be bothered. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I'm a genuine person. And if I'm for you, I'm for you. If you could call me 1, 2 o'clock, I coming out of my bed. That's the friend I am. And I know if I call certain ones are my friend, they coming too. But you got to know those people, you know, and you don't want the ones who always, anybody who bring in message to you, Donada, carrying back the message. And
Hmm.
they're not carrying it back to what you say. They will add the 1, 2, 3 and plus to it. So me, I try to stay away from people like that. I am a loner. A lot of people, I'm a loner. I will go a party by myself. I would go a movie by myself. I would stand up in the corner by myself and enjoy my own, you know, self. Some people can't do that. They have to have an entourage. And I think with that too, you don't want to have a friend. Let's say we hanging and we going out. Okay, I'll buy rounds, you buy rounds. You don't expect me to buy rounds for you whole night and you not adding to it. Then where you take me for? I have to drop, I have to pick up. No, friendship work both ways. And anybody like me, okay, like June is here, right? So let me say what Anthony said. Anthony said true friends is what you experienced last Saturday for Carlton. Okay, so our friend Carlton, may he rest in peace. We went to his funeral on Saturday, and his friends show up for him. His friends is the one who show up and show out. You understand? And that shows that wow, this man live a life um of fulfillment, a legacy he left. He was the life of the party. He was just Carlton. But what I'm saying is that the crowd that show up to pay the respect to him, you show that he lived his life. Not everybody would have liked Carlton, but to me, Carlton was a loving man. But no, everybody don't see that those type of, you wouldn't show everybody you. You understand, Donata?
True.
You wouldn't show
True.
everybody you. And I realized too, when we build a friendship, like you and I, we haven't been friends for years, but I feel like we friends for years. You come like my little sister,
Mm-hmm.
and we agree to disagree. We
Mm-hmm.
have strong arguments,
Mm-hmm.
but we never get disrespectful, and it never be a downgrading of any type.
I think if you've got a question if somebody is your real friend, then that's when you know that relationship or that friendship is not for you. If you have to ask yourself, I'm gonna do XYZ for this person, are they gonna do it back for me? It shouldn't be a question.
Right.
It should be something where I know that if my friend call me, like you said, and needs me to get up out of my bed at 1 o'clock in the morning, if I can do it, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
But there's no reason why I should doubt if I call my friend, they're gonna do the same thing.
Right.
That's not we're not doing the same thing here. And
Yes.
so it becomes one person is taking more than the other person is given. And then you begin to see that the intentions are not good
Right.
because we're supposed to both be genuine. We're supposed to have each other the same way. We go out, like you said, we spend, we do everything. I've had friends say things like, well, I don't want to go out with you because I don't like how you're going to dress up. Well,
Right.
why you don't? You should dress up too.
Yes. 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 Yeah.
What's stopping you from dressing up? If you need some help, I could tell. And that's the thing.
Right.
Maybe they don't know how to ask for help in certain ways.
I
Maybe
don't
they
know.
don't know the how to approach it. Instead of being this fake friend and standing back, oh, I don't like going out with she because she always dressing this way, and I when I go out, I feel like I in a corner. Friend, I want to go out and I want to look as good as you. Can we go shopping together?
Right.
I'm supposed to be happy for you. Maybe that's not my style. I'm not a dressy person. That doesn't mean that I can't celebrate somebody that is.
Correct. Maybe have to learn to ask. But then other two, I wanted to point out, for my 54 years on this earth, friends did a lot of dirt to me, right? And I had one particular friend, many years of friendship. And when my brother died, she reached out to me. That friend, she and I was diehard friends, eh? But all because of jealousy. And you know what her words was to me? Why everybody like you or why everybody love you? I can't answer that. You understand what I'm saying? You ask them. But they don't know the real you. They will never know the real me if you close to me. I would never let people in. If you're not close to me, you would not know even my date of birth, if you understand what I'm saying. Because you never have your enemies knowing things about you really is your best friend. But what I've learned to Donata during the years of friendship, like my French friends, I don't really discuss my male companion with friends because let me tell you why. They tend to throw things back in your face. They tend to judge you. They tend to want to tell you how to live your life and them in living a good life too. So for me, family and my male companion friends is off limit with friends. You understand? Because I think you will feel the pain for me as a friend, and I will feel the pain for you as a friend. So if I know this is going to hurt you and you're going to get unresolved issue feeling, I rather not tell you. Right, Donata? What do you think about that?
I think my grandmother had a saying, bless her heart. She said, you don't get in between pillow talk.
Right.
You as a friend might see a situation and say, well, I don't like that person. I don't like this. I don't like that for this person. But at the end of the day, it's not your happiness. You're welcome to give your opinion in a respectable way, but you can't tell nobody to what to do. And I tell women this all the time. You better not be taking no friend's advice because some of your friends just want to see you out of good relationships. You
Right.
may have some tiny problems in your relationship because no relationship is perfect. But then here they come trying to magnify the little issues you have, knowing that, oh, there is 10 times worse and nothing better.
Correct.
Just so that they can. I've had friends say to me during the time where I was in my marriage, oh, I don't like the fact that you're married. You should be outside.
Right.
Well,
Jealousy.
outside don't have nothing for me.
Right.
So
Right.
why you want me outside? Because you want me to be in the same category with you. I can be your friend. I can support you. I don't have to do everything with you. Sometimes people are call themselves friends because, like you said, they feel like they're living better and they're looking for someone to put down so that they can go back and talk about you. You see XYZ?
Right.
Oh, she outside in the streets. She running the streets. You talking about me
Right.
behind my back too because it helps you feel better.
Right.
That, and it's sad, but that's what people do. People sometimes need to talk about you so that it helps them and their situation that they're
Yeah.
in.
To feel
If
better.
and they want to feel better than you.
I like what June said. June said true friends won't judge. They listen and provide guidance, but don't judge. And I can tell you, for the going in 19 years I've been working with Delta, June and I have been friends. And you know June was superior to all of us. But that never came with our friend between our friendship. We have boundaries. And when you have friendship, you don't cross certain boundaries. You understand? And June will tell you, I never call and ask her for a favor. When you is a friend, you don't put your friends in compromising situation. You respect them, you understand? You ask for their advice, but you don't compromise their friendship to do something that is not worthy of your job, of your relationship, of your friendship. You understand? I know you married. I am not going out with you on your side, man, because I know your husband. You respect me and I respect you. What kind of friend I am if I going out with you? I know your husband, but you bring in Jim and I must be friend with Jim too. No, that is being disrespectful to me. So
Yep.
I am not a friend like that. So if you're going down that road, Phyllis is not that kind of friend because you showing me, hey, this is Jim. I don't want to see John, Marvin, and Matthew. Because then what kind of living you people you are a reflection of me. I'm a reflection of you. So people will think I doing the same as you. And some friends have to know, hey, Phyllis not with this. That's why they wouldn't tell me. I don't go for people and the husband either. So most of my friends, if they're in a relationship with a married man, don't come to tell me because that is damnation unto you. I don't want to know. So they will hide. I had a friend too like that. She was with a married man. And I thinking, well, this is her man. Come to find out that's a married man. That's why she never tell me she was in a relationship with a married man because I'd say, you know what? I don't want no part of that. And that individual, that's your life. You live your life. Don't bring that messiness to me. You understand, Donada?
I
That's
love
how
that.
straight I
Yep.
am.
And something you mentioned, like you said with June and you, I remembered when I got into my current role, I was very cognizant of I'm in a different role now. It's looked at in a little bit more higher regards. I wanted to maintain my friendships. I didn't want anybody to feel like, I'm better than them or nothing. I want the same. We going on a hangout, we going on a hangout. We
Right,
still doing everything. We have a
right,
different level of respect. But I've had a friend that I was like, okay, I'm in a better role. Me and this girl, we growing together. You know me, Miss Green. I
yeah,
pulling you. Whoever I could pull up, I pulling up with me.
yes,
We setting the elevator back down and you coming up with me. I'm not going
right,
up by myself.
right.
And she somehow disappeared off the face of the earth. This is somebody that I went everywhere together. We did everything together. Our kids did stuff together. And I got into this role and I feel like all of a sudden you disappeared
Jealous.
on me.
Yep.
My
Jealous.
grandmother passed away. I never even heard a I'm sorry for your loss. but I
Right.
see you on social media every day posted. And then again, I had to tell myself, like, it's nothing wrong with my accomplishment. I got an accomplishment. Great for me. You didn't do nothing wrong. There was probably something within that person the entire time that may or may not have made them feel like, no, I don't want to associate myself with you. But that didn't mean I did nothing wrong. But again, this is just the reality of life.
Donada, it is the reality because, again, with my experience, I could tell you I had friends who I would say, hey, you married, you want to cheat. I don't think that's a right um, good idea because when the separation and the scandal come out, especially when you have children, the scandal don't be good. No child want to hear my father leave my mother for cheating. You understand? Especially if you bring in that outside man in your marital home. I don't
Mm-hmm.
go for those things. I lose friendship because of that. I lose friendship because of nothing. I lose friends. What I don't even know why we stop speaking. But what I have learned another for my peace and my understanding, I block and I delete. I don't want to hear and I don't want to see. You're gone. Bye. That shows me you was not a true friend to me. So for me, that's my approach now. I'm not going to argue with anybody. Like another friend of mine too, I used to pick up, drop off, we go in, we party and everything. And one year we went home for carnival, and I was trying to get her whatever. And it's like she said things behind my back, and I come back and I hear it. Now, Donata, this is my bona fide friend. I inviting you to my home. I come to you, and then you talking about me. Then you were not a good friend anyway. So why would I want to be around you? No. But this is a person who renting a room, mind you, living in a room with your whole family, buying Michael Kors, using it, sending it back, right? But you want to sit down and talk about me, Donata, who doesn't ask anybody, who's doing for myself, but I'm just trying to show you these people who act like this, they have nothing. So for me, it my the people who not in my life don't worth it because guess what? Block and delete you get it. No discussion. We're not discussing anything.
And what I want to say to you also is sometimes what we tend to not understand, in addition to that, is we keep saying to ourselves, we want growth, we want growth, we want growth. And I think we all want to align ourselves with people that want the same things, right? And so
Right.
you think you're sitting in a group of people, you're striving towards the same thing, and then you realize once that growth comes into fruition, sometimes they don't really want it. They're sitting there and say, like you said, they're sitting next to you, watching and listening to you say you want something, and then once you get it, it's like,
Yeah.
she will look what she got. But you were just sitting there with me saying you wanted the same thing as me.
Right. Right.
Why aren't we aligned? And it's difficult, and I tell people it's difficult to spot the fake friends because they
No,
come to you in the
for them.
sweetest form.
Yeah. But as June saying here, have respect. June even saying, not everyone can handle your elevation. Growth is outgrowing those so-called friends. They can't compete, so they get jealous of you. And I believe that. They don't support you, right? They're overly competitive. They make you feel bad about yourself. They always need attention. You know them kind of friend, Donada.
Mm-hmm.
You know the friends who always want attention.
Mm-hmm.
They peer pressure you and they are narcissistic. Not
Mm-hmm.
only men are narcissistic. Men
Mm-hmm.
friends can be like that. And again, they outshine you. You go to a party, they want to buy butter, 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 but you can't even put gas in your car. And ain't that something?
And that's the thing, just so that they can be what the center of attention. Most people sometimes when they join friends, you got to look at it two ways. They either join in a friendship with you because they feel like you can bring them into that spotlight because they want the attention, or they feel like they can outshine you. And so what ends up happening is
Yes.
You end up all shining them, and then it's like, wait, this
Yeah.
wasn't a good idea. So now I've got to be your enemy. I
Right.
can't be your friend. And then this is why, like you said, it's so important that you watch what you say to people. Because
Yes.
as human beings, it's very natural for you to want to confide in someone because you think they're your friend. And I best believe everything you say to them, I tell people, don't tell nobody nothing that you don't want the world to know.
Exactly. Wait, hold it on there. Nicole is saying it's just the way sometimes people are. A lot of us can count on our fingers who stretch their hands to help you up. And it's true. And June is saying, have you questioning who you are as a person? You understand? I
That,
had that too. Like me, it's like somebody met me for carnival and they was like, what happened to you and so and so? I said, what happened to me and so and so? I said, I don't know what happened to that individual. Well, that individual said such and such. I said, girl, let me tell you something. I don't have no time. I sleep very good at night and me I owe nobody. So I good. Them people, leave them where they at. You understand? Sometimes you try to, like me, I start, okay, I say, okay, guys, all right, let's do game night. Let's go on a trip. Let's plan this. Let's plan that. Inviting them into my world. Because some people, you know, talk about me is like, oh, Phyllis here, there, and everywhere. Guys, I work for an airline. What do you want me to do? I have to fly. I'm in this airline 19 years now. I have the ability that God graced me with to fly. So, yes, Phyllis will be flying and see the world. So, if you think I'm studying you, honey, I don't even have time. I'm studying which country I'm going to next. And that is not showing off. Look at you. You had a beautiful weekend. Happy belated birthday to Serenity, 6 years old. She had a fantastic time. What did I tell you? Donada gives Serenity the best. She wanted to be Disney princess for the weekend, and that's what she did. I sure you felt good.
let me tell you two things I'll touch on. First, I want to touch on something that June said with regards to they'll have you questioning who you are as a person. I've had friends made me sit down at night and cry my eyes out because
Hmm.
they really made me wonder if I was a bad person. Like
Wow.
they will really manipulate you to the point where you're sitting there and asking yourself, why am I the problem?
Right.
You really will get to that point, and so it's a real thing. It's a thing that I've seen people go to counseling because you see somebody like a sister or a brother and you love them and you're sharing with them and they're supporting you, and next thing you know, you get a little edge. It don't got to be a big jump, a half of an inch better than them, all bets are off. All
Right.
the I love yous, the support you my best friend, my bestie, my this, my it went
Yes.
out the window.
Yes.
And as human beings, it's only natural for us to feel bad about it. Because
Right.
imagine for such a big portion of your life, you're waking up, you're interacting with this person, you're going places with this person, and just like that, this person drop you like people would say hot rice or hot whatever.
Like a hot top spread.
Uh, you just get dropped. And
Yes.
you looking around like, what did I miss?
Right.
It would really have you to that point. And you're right. For my daughter, it's so funny. I stopped looking at my messages on Facebook because my daughter was turning 6 and I really wanted to give her a
Yes.
birthday that, as you know, parents always say, I never had. I
Right.
always watched Disney from the TV, and I was like, oh, one of these days I'm going to go there. I am 31 years old and still never made it to Disney until my child turned 6 years. And I said, you know what? It's going to cost me some money, but money comes and goes.
Correct.
This memory for my child is important. I can't
Right.
tell you how many people, oh, you get money, your money
Yeah.
rich, you're going corporate, you're getting
Yes,
big pay.
jealousy. They know you're running your susu and you get your susu out. People doesn't know
That's
your
it.
business.
I was waiting. They didn't even know my Saturday morning. I said, I'm waiting for my susu to hit to say, let me take this child and let she play Disney dress up.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Why can't it be, Oh, I'm so happy for you. You
for
spend
you.
time with your
Why people
child.
can compliment other women? Like me too. I like Saturday in the funeral. I see this girl, right? And I say, excuse me, you're rocking that outfit. I say you're looking good. You understand? People can't even take a compliment. They feel it's some jealousy thing. Me, I am a woman. If you're looking good, I will tell you, hey, you're looking good. You're rocking it, you know? But some people, they cannot take that compliment. It's like, huh, you know, wish it, yeah, you understand? Because I'm a dresser too. But if you're looking good, you're looking good when you're on point. Like people that say, Phyllis, you always dressing, you always, because I love to dress. And yes, I have a sickness for shopping. I do shop, but the another thing with DNA, we Caribbean people, we dress up. We don't know about dressing down. We know about dressing up everywhere we go in.
Do you know when you say that it's funny? At one point in time in my life, not no more, because I think once I hit my 30s, I got to I don't care time.
Right.
But for a large time of like my 20s, I would be scared to go out because, you know, I have a little type of a shape. And so
Right.
when I put on certain things, I look a particular way. And I had one young lady, I was going out with her, said to me, I'm not going no more. And I said, well, what happened? Like something wrong with the kids? What? She was like, I don't want to go with you because if I go out with you, the way how you dress, other women are gonna see you and they're gonna have a problem with you, and then I'm gonna have to feel like I have to fight with somebody. I said, wait. How did we get from me dressing up and looking good to you feel like you gotta fight somebody for me?
Right.
There was absolutely no connection between these two
But you
things.
see, yeah, that's jealousy there, Donada.
And she really did not go out. The girl went home. No, again, you and here's my thing. Let me tell you something. As a friend, you gotta know your friends too.
Yeah.
When I know I'm going out and I got Addie and Miss Green with me, let me tell you something. I'm going to make sure I do it on a budget, but I'm gonna get my outfit ready
Right.
because that's how we do it. We know we're the dressy type. And if you're not, that's fine.
Right.
That's you living your truth. Be who you are.
Jealousy. Yes.
But
Yeah.
don't feel upset because now you see this one dashing out and no. Hey, I complimenting my friends. That's not me. I'm not a
Right.
dressy person, but I'm a compliment them. Or I am a dressy person. I know I got XYZ Fed coming up. You know how we do it.
But you
We
know
st-
too. I always said, Donada, you're slaying. You know what I'm saying?
we got 3 fets coming up. We all online shopping at the same time. Were you looking for the fet for that one? It's okay. And
Yeah.
it's all right to compliment each other. You know, I'm always Miss Green. Look at you. It's okay to compliment.
Wait, just ask me if I know the paint in my living
I,
room.
I always ask her because she travels so much. I say, Miss Green, you know the color of your living. You know what's the colors of the walls in your house. You're always gone somewhere. But best believe when I get the opportunity, I right there with her partying and fetting too.
Right.
There's nothing wrong to support people, especially if you're gonna say they're your friends. There's nothing wrong. Support compliments. They are free 99. They cost nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. I like what June say here too. She say, and since you not reacting, they keep trying to get your attention from people you know or get close to them to start talking about you with them. That's how they've been. She's been watching you. Yes, it's true. The fake. You understand? Your real friends is be there. Hey, Donada, we don't have to talk all the time. June and I don't talk all the time, but when I ready, hey June, just touching base, everything okay, and we will catch up from where we left off. A real friend, you don't have to talk to them every minute of the day. You don't have to be there every minute. You talk when you can. Carrie saying, I think some people really don't value friendship and loyalty. Amen. I have a friendship for over 40 years and we have respect for each other. Some people are just jealous. And it's true. But Carrie, I must say, I had a friendship for over 40 years and we just stopped talking because of other friends. And guess what? She never reached out to me and I'm not reaching out to her because I did her no wrong. But if our friendship was for 40 years from since school days and something happened, won't you pick up the phone and say, hey, Phyllis, X, Y, and Z? And this person I know was never like that, until they start to line with the other. It's like a bowl of apples and you have a bad one and it corrupt the whole rest of apples. But if you's my friend for 40 something years and you trust me, use my son, godmother, every good, everything, and you pick up from what people tell you and you don't have the courtesy, Nelly, a year now we ain't talk. There is nothing there.
But
Block,
that's not a friend, because if you
block,
can,
and delete. You were never my friend.
that's not a friend.
That is
Because
not a friend.
40 years of friendship, there's no small thing that's gonna come between you. Because, and let me tell you something, you made a valid point with that. You got people that's been around you for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and you think the time frame equals loyalty. No, best
Yes,
believe they've been sitting there and plotting on your downfall and you don't even know it.
exactly. Exactly. So as June say and Kerry, they're jealous. They are energy vipers, vampires. They want to suck you. They share their bad moods too. They're always negative. They want to come to you with the negativity, holding grudges. Who hold grudges in this day and age? You know how much people died during COVID? You know how much people have cancer? Who's sick? Nobody got no time for grudges. I don't have no grudge against anybody. My thing is block and delete. Keep that energy on that side. I don't want it. Okay, Nicole is saying, no, that friend finally showed her true colors. It's true. Betty Ann is saying, I have friendships just like that too. We don't speak every day, but we good, laughing out loud. It's true.
But it's
I
so, Miss
coming back
Grade,
and telling you everything they say. Yeah, they're coming back and telling you everything the other person said. I don't want to know. I don't care. I don't care about them people.
a dog
None of
that
that
carry
truth.
a bone does bring one back.
Exactly. Exactly. You understand?
And something that you mentioned too, with the whole,
Uh-huh.
something small happened and I don't want to be, I feel some type of way about it and I'm not going to be an adult and discuss it. If you are a person, when you're choosing your friendship, you have to look at the qualities as well,
Right.
because you want friends with qualities that anything small, they know how to communicate, small, big, or
Ex-
indifferent.
yes. Yes.
Communication is important. You can't communicate with me, then we're not going to be friends. We have, just like how people love to talk about red flags in relationships, there are red flags in friendships as well, and we ignore
Right.
them. if
We
you're my
ignored.
friend if you're my friend and I say to you, I'm graduating, and you gonna tell me I can't come because you got 10 million things, but you knew I was graduating 1 year ago on this day, and suddenly you
Yes.
can't show up, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag, and that's not your friend because your friend would have put down everything to be there with you. You understand? But the matter we live and we learn. You
Hmm.
understand? And with that, we just have to learn to accept. Acceptance is very hard for some people, but I would say with friendship now, acceptance is very important. Boundaries are very important and respecting one another. And if you can respect my time, then you have no respect for nothing. You cannot be friends with me. And that's what I tell you. For 2024 and 2025, I just block and delete. I don't have no time. And when you see me and I walk into that room, you just get uncomfortable. You know why? Because I know who I am. I am what I am, what I am. And nobody can ever take that away from me. You don't know about yourself, you're not sure about yourself, you will stay in a corner and shush about me. But I'm a legend, so people have to talk about me till I die. I just always say that.
But I like the part where Betty Ann says that you don't speak to your friend every day. I don't talk to you every day, but if somebody
No,
asks me how Miss Green do, I could tell you she doing this, she gone here, she doing something. Because at the
right.
end of the day, friendship is not about how frequently you're on the phone. It's a genuine connection. It's
Yes.
about knowing that person and knowing, if somebody come to me and say, oh, well, you know what? I want to get Phyllis this, I could make a suggestion because I've took the time to figure out who you are as a person. What are some of your likes and dislikes, as opposed to calling you every 2 seconds on the phone and gossiping with you, and then can't really say anything that's what your preference
Uplifting,
is.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
June is saying have standards and be able to identify them early or when you see it. Separate yourself from them respectfully. And that's what I did. I separate myself. And as I say again, I block and I delete. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's all it could really do.
I block and delete, but I don't think as much as you. I'm getting better at the blocking and deleting. But you know why? Everybody's so big on protect your space, right? You
Right.
always have to say protect your space, protect your energy. And everybody thought it was a trendy thing to say. No, it's a real thing to say. And it's a real thing to practice. Because if I notice you as a person, you're coming into my space and it's negativity. It's always, if I say I have a business venture and you're going to tell me that I don't think that's a good idea, I don't think that's going to be successful, you don't need to be in my space.
Right.
You're not adding to it, you're taking away from it. So now I need you out of my space, out of my life, so you don't continue to negatively impact me.
Correct. Kerry saying we don't talk every day, but when we connect, it's a ball of a time. And the thing about it is, I find too with friends or friendship, we supposed to support one another. The Nada is selling jewelry. I may not need the jewelry, but we support. I will support the Nada. If I know my friend is a seamstress, hey, let me carry that dress to make to my friend. If I know my friend cook and bake, I will order stuff when I'm having my events. You understand? Sometimes friends too like freeness all the time. Okay, I'm having a party and Phyllis have to give me a complimentary. Or once it's free, 300 people. But from the time you say, hey, things going up, I had to pay 10 people coming. But I rather had them 10 loyal people coming than the 300 people that wasn't coming. You understand another? And then you could pick and choose now who really are your friends because they show the true colors. They will go and pay that $90, $125 to somebody else's event, but they wouldn't come to yours and still ask you, hey, I need two complimentary. They're not asking for one, I had this person last year. This person want two complimentary, right? And you ain't even want to buy a butter, but you want two complimentary, but you will go to another person event and pay the 200, buy the butter service, but Phyllis must give it to you for free. No, respect me. And all I did, I was like, nope, it's not happening. Don't have any complimentary. No, if you supporting me every year after year after year, yes. I know, hey, Donata come in, Donata setting up thing. Donata don't have to pay. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm just showing you people use you conveniently. Friendship should not be like that. Okay, Anthony is saying, okay, June is saying, if you stop talking to me, don't watch what I'm posting and do it. Block them. That is why I block, right? Then Anthony is saying, I have a friend from high school and people say all kind of stuff, but we never left the old talk come between us. He never let that old talk come between when people saying stuff. Um, Friends will pay first buying the first ticket. True.
Mm-hmm.
Cheap. It's true. They ain't gonna want that freeness. They will want to say, hey, you know, um, let me support Phyllis. I'm the first one. You understand?
Mm-hmm. But I'll show you this. I ain't never miss a year swag. I'm not missing it because guess what? I don't care if I'm tired. I don't care if I'm somewhere else and I gotta come to make sure I go. I'm gonna support. The same applies with when I've had my events. You've always come to me and say, how can I help you?
Right.
What can I contribute? What can I lend you? How do I make it easier for you? That's what friendship is about. As they say, hand wash, hand make, hand clean.
Right.
It's not a one-sided thing. And so when you're seeing somebody try to grow and you're trying to take from them, as opposed to, and like you said, they're gonna go elsewhere and pay double just because they don't know the person,
Right.
but they will never come and support you. And
No.
I remember you saying that to me when I hosted my first event. You said, Donata, you go see who your friends are for the first time in life. And I
Yeah.
sure did witness it.
Yes. Everybody want to talk to you. Everybody good. Anytime it's free. Yeah. But every time it's to pay or to support your friends, people not doing it. And that's why they say I stop supporting people who don't support me. Who supporting me, you know what I do? Buy a ticket, and it may not go. If I can't make it, I will pay it forward. But at least you know I purchase a ticket and I supporting you. My friend Wendy, she does it. I does it for my friend Belle. I does it for Toyo. I does it for all my friends who support my event. Friendship supposed to be supportive in every way. If you can't make it, fine. But if you invite me to something, bet your bottom dollar, I will try to make it. I will try to come. I will try to donate. I will try to say, okay, how can I help? You know, my friend Joanne and her crew, you know, they will come from Trinidad. They will come to my event. I mean, come on, we supposed to help and support each other. Not everything is for free. You understand, another? But,
Mhm.
you know, you give of your time, you give of the stuff, but people have to really understand where friendship's supposed to be loyalty, friendship's supposed to be respect, and nobody's supposed to jealous and backstab one another. We too grown for that. We need to stop that nonsense. 2025 is a year of leveling up and progression. You understand, Denada? We can't have that mindset that other people has, and you know you're just there gossiping and bad talking people, and your life ain't better than yours or mine, right?
The last thing I want to say, Miss Green, is if you got 100 friends around you, you ain't doing something right. You are
Right.
not doing something right if you've got 100 people that love you, support you, think you're the most amazing person. Something's wrong. Because
And
let
what
me tell
about
you
those
something.
friends who only
Hmm?
need you when they need you? You know, it has some friends like that. Then I need a little change, help me out. You're getting the money, but to get payback is a problem. Family like that too, eh?
Mm-hmm. You not supposed to have 10,000 people like you. Whoever got 10,000 people like them and got all these friendships, I promise you, they're all not genuine.
No.
Quality friendships are not based on quantity; they're based on quality. My friends are people that I know, like you said. If I come, look, I all the way in Disney. How many times did I call you guys?
Yes.
Because even though you guys are not there, I want you to be a part of that memory virtually.
The experience.
My child calls, the minute she comes in and she sees that, hi, Miss Green, hi, Auntie,
Yes.
this, because
Yes.
that's a quality friendship.
Yep. And you can't
I
buy
don't
that.
want quantity. Give me the quality ones. If I
Yeah,
got
me
three
too.
good friends, that's good for me. That's it. I don't want 25 ones that I can't trust.
Exactly. They don't include you sometimes. They gaslight you. They betray your trust, right? How fake friends affect us: betrayal, anger, self-doubt, sadness, fear, shame. Tips for dealing with fake friends. There isn't one foolproof strategy for dealing with fake friends. People are inherently complex, and the trait of fakeness lives on a large spectrum. How you take care of yourself amid challenging friendship depends on numerous factors, including the type of relationship you two have, which behaviors are most distressing to you, and the value you within the friendship. Evaluate your friendship, set boundaries, prioritize your real friendship, communicate, limit contact, practice self-care, and therapy could probably help some of them who have the fakeness. They need help,
Hmm.
you know? Anthony say, can I borrow money? When you pay back, look, you're sticking with the money. Yeah, they ask you for money, you especially with friends. They don't pay you back from the time you want your money, they're more vexed than you. But they wouldn't tell people that, eh? They wouldn't tell
Mhm.
people the real reason for the fake friendship. But then I just want to say thank you so much for being my guest tonight. And we hope Philia feels better. With your final thoughts, what's your final thoughts?
Well, first and foremost, Philly, I hope you feel better. Um, I think the one takeaway from this is for us to reflect, do some self reflection, and identify who's in our lives and who don't deserve a place there.
Right.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah, I think so too. I would say know who's sitting around your table and who you inviting for dinner. You understand? And if you don't want those people in your life anymore, it's easy to just block and delete because they watch you still and they know your movement. So when you disconnect them, they don't know anything about you. So that's why I learned to block and delete and have a nice night. Have a blessed and wonderful week, guys. Stay tuned again. We have Swag 7 coming up. June the 14th, Father's Day, Saturday. Get your tickets. It's on Frontline. It's $85 all inclusive. More at the door. See you guys there. We have a lot of stuff in store for you guys. Love in the house always. And Nicole is saying, friends will come and friends will go. But real friendship lasts. Love. Well said, Donada. Stay blessed.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody. Bye.
Night.